Hello everyone, it's Jordan here, back in with this week's update and all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We are in the first week of March, just about Monday to Friday. Let's take a look. But just remember, once we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're giving away a Nintendo Switch OLED model to one of you, so please subscribe. This episode is sponsored by Sakuraco. Sakuraco is a monthly Japanese subscription box full of 19 authentic, traditional Japanese snacks from Japan's local artisan snack makers. Each month you get a box packed with fascinating treats, each of which is explained in a lovely booklet with the box, so idiots such as myself can feel a bit more cultured. Biscuits, cake, tea, of which March's theme is afternoon tea. You even get a nice little cup along with it. Experience authentic Japanese tea time at your home by clicking the link in the description and use the code on the screen, SWITCH, to get $5 off your first Sakuraco order. If you need to see more, then between the main part of this episode and the community spotlight each week, I'm going to be taking a dive into this box and showing off all the goodies, so stay tuned. Triangle Strategy is probably the most hyped game coming out this week. Yes, this strategy RPG from good old Square Enix is very much bleeding the essence of Final Fantasy Tactics, and I hope you can all forgive its incredibly stupid name. Go out and buy it if you have the means, because I would love to see a game like this do well, and then maybe they can bring proper Final Fantasy Tactics back. The original one, not War of the Lions. Inglorious 2D HD, or is it HD 2D? I don't know, but I love it. I've pretty much gone into this blind. I didn't watch much preview stuff, or I didn't even play the demos because I really don't need to. I instantly knew I needed this game in my life. And our executive producers Alexander Cato, Issa, Dane Wilkinson, Vey, Robotech, God of Resin, and Jonathan Rumo have chosen this as their pick of the week. Ashwalkers, a survival journey, looks to be getting a physical release in Europe this week. This is a bleak as fudge post-apocalyptic adventure game with elements of darkish dungeon about it. Make your decisions, affect your team. Each playthrough is a bit short, but apparently the pleasure, I'm told, is doing different kinds of playthroughs with different endings and such. In Europe, this is coming with an art book and stickers. Be prepared for a lot of sepia in your life with this game. I don't know anything about a North American release. And our executive producer Grantzer has chosen this as his pick of the week. Ryan's Rescue Squad is looking like the hottest game this year, and when I say hottest, I mean literally on fire in a dumpster. I mean, this kid must be absolutely minted, or should I say, his parents must be rolling in this boy's dough. I gotta get on this child exploitation bandwagon. Erin, come here. Come here and dance, or just smile or something. Come here. Come on YouTube, promote me. Death's Gambit Afterlife should be releasing this week in Europe. This is just a guess though. Either way, the US version is out already, although this is a slightly different release as it has an art book to go along with it. A lot of people have been enjoying this game, and we've seen it a fair bit during the Spotlight section, so I have no doubt it should be fairly popular in Europe too. And our executive producer Thorn Metal Luna has chosen this as his pick of the week. Alright, the Low Prince Stellar Interface is the latest exclusive from VGNY. This is a roguelike shooter where every run is different. And look, I don't enjoy pointing this stuff out, but this looks exactly like Steriden, and I love Steriden. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like a copy on the slightly cheaper side. Not that copying from the masters is a bad thing as long as it's done well, and the reception to this one seems rather positive. This is available for pre-order at VGNY Soft in two variations, a standard edition as well as an elite edition, which comes with a metallic style coloring on its cover. Gotta love shiny things, give them all to me. The Sector is strictly Limited's game this week, up for pre-order already. This is a side-scrolling puzzle action game set in a very atmospheric cyberpunk world, obviously inspired by the likes of Limbo, but how many games can say that? Too many. It looks pretty good if you're into these kind of games, although I'm still waiting for confirmation of a flamethrower before I get off the fence. There is a standard edition and a collector's edition which, as always, contains a lot of paper. Rest in peace, the Amazon rainforest. Also, some interesting news. I think Strictly Limited Games actually listened to me and have decided to abandon their partner store releases. Yes, they're forgetting that and just concentrating on their core releases. I mean, okay, maybe they listened to me, or maybe they just realized they sold horrendously bad and they were bleeding cash with no way to fulfill the orders. Actually, they're moving their partner releases to a different website called Games Rocket. Yes, another subsidiary like Strictly Limited Games and In Games. Man Remastered surprised no one as it got announced as a limited run release, slightly a month after it released digitally. I mean, are you telling me they didn't know they were going to sign a deal with this? Could you not tell us just before it released digitally? Hate that. Anyways, apparently this is a classic game, although the only thing I can remember about it was that it was always in the bargain bins, 3 for a tenner section in the game shop, but I never played it, so I can't say much about it. I know a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia about this one, so I'm happy you can pick it up physically. And our executive producers Cartoon Soren, Punky Dooster, and Government Fat Cat have chosen this as their pick of the week. ExZeus The Complete Collection is Limited Run's second game in this video, and this, I've got to admit, I've got to have a lot of restraint this time because I really very much wanted this physically when they were announced for their digital release. These are 2 arcade on-rail shooters, kind of like Star Fox but with mechs. I think they actually look like the mechs you have to face in Star Fox. Man, this is my kind of old school sort of arcade game, but it's published by Ziggurat, which means it has to be a limited run. I know they like to sign publishers up for multi-game deals rather than just on a one-by-one basis. They like to trap them. You can pre-order this right now, and I will be trying my best not to. Alright, the imports. Remember, if anything takes your fancy and you'd like to import it for yourself, then consider using the links below in the description and the pinned comment. If you use those links, and it also massively helps support this series ever so much. You guys are wonderful, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Plus, in return, if you click our links, you can get a very nice 5% off any physical item with our current Play Asia discount. Get physical. That's all one word. Get physical. 5% of any physical item as long as it's not already discounted. Now actually, there's not that much this week. Doraemon, Nobita's Little Star Wars 2021 is the only release in Japan this week, and I don't know if it has English or not, but I would be incredibly surprised if it did. Now, these next games aren't this week, but they are new import announcements for the future if you want to get your pre-orders in. I always like to keep you guys up to date. Loopers is a visual novel from Key, the company behind Clanad and Little Busters. This is a short 8-hour VM, and this is the first time it's going to have English language options. And although it isn't one of their higher rated VNs, it seems to be very commendable. No doubt expect some time travel and some heavy hitting moments that Key like to do. They like to hit you in the heart. Expect this in June, and pre-order links are below. Dead by Daylight Ultimate Edition. Yes, this is the 4th, count them, 4th Dead by Daylight physical release in Japan with English. They had the base game, the Silent Hill edition, the Resident Evil edition, and now this Ultimate edition. I don't know if all the content is on the cartridge or if it comes with a coupon like the Resident Evil one. I don't know. Dead by Daylight is massively confusing to me as someone who's never really played it. Alright, before we get into the community spotlight, it's time to delve into the Sakura box for this month. I think this week I'm going to take a look at the gorgeous little cup. Each month you get a piece of kitchenware, and I'm really happy I signed up to do the sponsorship in time to get this little beauty. This is a sake cup. Now, I'm not cultured enough to own any sake, but I've got plenty of other substances I can put in it. Lovely. If you don't fancy booze in the afternoon, then you may opt for something a bit more refined. You get 2 samples of Gion Tsujiri Sencha, which, according to the booklet, is famed for its combination of bold and umami flavors. Bold! Much umami. I mean, like really umami. Like umami! The world needs more umami. This is famed in Kyoto and is perfect for early spring mornings, apparently. Bloody freezing! Am I cultured yet? Well, after some booze or tea, you're obviously going to need a snack to wash it down with, and oh man, there's tons of stuff in here. We've got a lot to get through over the weeks. Because I'm so generous, I may give my daughter some. I'm going to tackle the Sakura sweetbread, and she's going to get to work on these Sakura Arare. She likes them because they're shaped like stars, and stars are awesome. Also, they're soy sauce flavored treats, so something a little bit different. My Sakura sweetbread is an exclusive snack to this box, and it definitely lives up to its sweet name. Erin baby, what do you think of the Arare? That directly translates as yum scriddly dumptious. And why not round off this week's showcase with some Sakura jelly? Mainly because my daughter wants to eat it as soon as humanly possible, and I don't think I have the superpowers to stop her for another week. Jelly filled with cherry blossoms, a popular spring treat in Japan. There is a lot of cherry blossoms over there, so they've got to do something with all the leftovers. Why not put them in some jelly? And you know what? It's pretty yummy, really sweet, I really like it a lot. I'm not sure if you can actually eat the flowers though. Answers on a postcard, please. We'll get into this more next week, so stay tuned. And if you want to order this from Sakuraco, then please use the link in the description, as that helps support us. Plus, you can use the code on the screen, SWITCH, to get $5 off your first Sakuraco order. Alright, the community spotlight, as your boy got in an order from Red Art Games with the pre-order bonuses for Wonder Labyrinth, looking very lovely indeed. Plus, they got in the tactical RPG in Children of Zodiac. Another commendable release from them. Remember, 10% off their website with SWatch10. Big Red Tricks getting in the Atelier mood with the Atelier Mysterious Trilogy, a fantastic import exclusive, as I'm sure you all know. The perfect release for getting into the recent Atelier Sophie 2 release. Check out my review, please. Burai Murian sent in this photo of a triple threat of games. Not seeing too many Ben 10 games in the spotlight, but I guess you guys aren't really the audience for it. Most of you are 30 plus according to YouTube analytics. Executive producer Cartoon Soren sent in both the Dead End Request games on the Switch, including the calendar edition of the second game, which just came out. Executive producer Elisa sent in this photo, including some fine imports. Demon Gaze. This import does have English if you download the update. Yes, it was originally not going to have English, as I pointed out to you guys, but after some criticism, the company, the publisher, backtracked and added English as an update. Ilundara sent in this photo, including Smashing the Battle. I think PlayAsia still have a handful of copies of those left if you want to grab it before it's gone. The Esoteric Camel sent in this photo of a couple of wonderful imports alongside the Mana collection. Really lovely set of games. Legend of Mana, really beautiful looking, slightly esoteric game, like an esoteric camel, shall we say. Garazilla picked up the Smashing the Battle alongside the Dusk trilogy, the other essential Atelier import from PlayAsia. Get those immediately. Kogan is also a great one. I don't think it sold particularly well at limited run. Executive producer God of Resin picked up these games very quick with the Book of Demons there. Super rare, super fast. Gotta give him credit. Irina sent in this photo. They got in the fantastic looking collector's edition of the fantastic looking The Letter visual novel, PlayAsia exclusive. And may I say a hello to that soundtrack CD? Oh yes. Jack Severus, thanks for using our links to pick up these, including the recently reprinted copies of Grisaya and Clanad. I know a lot of people jumped on those more, shall we say, sane prices from PlayAsia. Needless Dragons sent in these games. As you can see, the North American release of Death's Gambit Afterlife, which does include some goodies inside it, but lacking the art book and sleeve that will come with the European version. Neverburst got in these games. You can see the As Divine collection from Limited Run, an interesting collection of cheap, kind of cheerful budget JRPGs. They even paid the big bucks for the Bayonetta Climax Edition. Radio to Rancid, my man, picking up a flamethrower, as you can see on the Switch's screen there. Robot Named Fight is Premium Editions Game's biggest release at this point, according to some people. I still can't wait for Phenotopia. Robin Hatherall, as an Aussie, was legally obliged to pick up this collection. It is a massive shame that the second game is a download code though. What were they thinking? Oh yeah, money! Executive producer Robotech got in the big order from PlayAsia. Thanks for your support. As always, some big imports in Fatal Frame, Super Robot Wars 30. God, I love that game. Totally Simon, thanks for using our links to pick up some of these here. Some of the more humorous imports out there, like Fight of Animals Arena, Deer Simulator, and Alpaca Ball. Gotta love Japan. Executive producer Vei sent in these games, my man in Japan, picking up Dusk Diver 2. Please check out my review of that if you're somewhat interested, or maybe you've already ordered it already. Plus, Simple Table Games. Simple is the word, but I really do kind of want it, no lie. Visipon showed off her January games, including Hashihime of the Old Book Town, a BL visual novel import with English. I'd like to give this one a try, since apparently this one has a larger focus on the story than the romance elements. That's my kind of VM. Executive producer Issa sent in these games of a full board of Limited Run. I don't know if these were in like a blind box or blowout sale or whatever, but that is definitely an impressive haul. There are some damn expensive games in there. Alright, let's have a roundup. My Pal Dragon. Scott H. The One. Dimmigs. Craig Morgan. Psych Villain. Brian Retro Gaming Guy. Gemini. R. Luna. McLaren. Ying. Crit Cat. Lord Vapor. Peter Clark. Golbat Lover. Jim. Just Jim. Mikhaelson. Alright, please send me your pictures on Twitter, so what about game? You can DM me or tag me in a post and use the hashtag Let's Get Physical. I have an email address, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and we have a Discord, which is a nice way for us to have a chat with you, and you can send your pictures there in the submission section once I open it up. I usually close it on Saturday or so and open it back on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday when somebody reminds me to do so. Please just send me one picture per week. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Physical. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brett McLean, Jonathan Rumo, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Castro, Jake Cross, 7776, Elisa, Punky Dooster, Michael Del Polito, Cartoon Soren, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn, Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, Government, Fat Cat, Isa, Vey, Mental Traveler, and Grant Sir. Plus you, yeah, you watching right now, if you watched all the way through, give me a dumpster fire emoji in the comment. I don't know if that exists, probably not, and I'll give you one back if I can find one. Thanks to Sakuraco for sponsoring this video. Remember to click the link below and use our discount code if you want to order that. That also supports us. We do earn a nice bit of money for each sign up. So yeah, there's that. That's a good way to support us. Plus, watch our Atelier Sophie 2 review. Yes, please watch our Taito Milestones review. Yeah, that was a good one. And also our Dusk Diver 2 review. Okay, yeah, I got 3 reviews out last week. And Varial Barricade on VM Paradise. I got 4 reviews out last week, although one of them wasn't mine. But you should still watch it anyway. So yeah, we'll see you guys over there. Have a good one.